Just got dropped off by Randy with Lost and Found Shuttle. I am at Walnut Mountain Road. Treated me pretty well. Used him last night, picked me up here, took me back to the hostel. So I'm not going to talk long today, and I'm probably not going to talk much today. That's headed south. That's where I came in yesterday, and today I'm headed north. It was raining this morning. It doesn't seem to be raining right now. It's supposed to be showers off and on. Not as wet a day as yesterday. But I'm looking to do my longest day ever by like 3 miles. If I can pull it off, it'll be great. It's early. I'm going to check the time here. It's not quite 8, 7:49 right now. Keep in mind we had the time change, so this will be the earliest start I've had. See how it goes. I'm trying to hike back to Black Bear Resort and hopefully spend the night there tonight. If not, there's no real outs for me along the day. If I don't, there's a shelter, so things are going slow. I could stop there, but that would be a real short day. And if not there, then I'll have to stealth site someplace before I get back to Black Bear. Because I'm going potentially into the hostel, though, I mean, I could hike a little bit later. See how it works out. I'm headed north. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, yes, that's snow on the rhododendrons. About a half hour into my day, started getting a little light snow. I'm 1 hour in now. I've gone 1.7 miles. I'm pretty happy with that. The snow's not amounted to anything yet. It's supposedly, the last forecast I saw said precipitation was supposed to stop by noon, so hopefully it won't amount to anything. Anyway, so that's Randy. That's who I rode up with today. This is Forest Service. I think it's called 293. There were 3 of us came out of Black Bear Resort this morning, headed to trail. Dozer and DoorDash were both coming to here. He dropped me off first up at Walnut Mountain Road. So I've covered 3.2 miles in a couple hours. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's not bad for me. Hardcore Cascades. Kind of pretty. With a reasonably honest, reasonably hardcore rock scramble to get across them. Not too bad probably, but not one where you want to fall off it, that's for sure. Big rocks. Hopefully none of them move. Pushing on. Snow, right after the last one when I said the snow had started, it turned right back on again. Snowed hard for a little bit. And then it stopped, and then it turned to sleet. Nothing's accumulated, so nothing to amount to anything, but it's not a dry day by any means. Heading north. The weather has been fickle. About 11:30, it was snowing hard. Ground was covered, the trail was covered. I was beginning to worry a lot. Yeah, now it's better. Stealth site right over here, not too bad. There've been several. I can hear water standing here, so this would be a good stealth site. It's wet. Making good time. Continuing to push north. Still hoping to make my ultimate goal of getting back to Black Bear Resort. Still a lot left to go. I forget. I just checked the mileage, but I forget how far I've gone. I'm happy. I'm making good speed. Pushing hard. So that's another problem, though. I'm pushing hard, and I'm only 4 hours into my day. I think it's like 7. I've done about 7 miles, 4 hours into the day. And, there's a chance that I'm just going to wear myself down, and the last part of the day is going to go really, really slow. Longer days, I've generally tried not to burn myself out. And the short days, when I knew they were short, I tried to push hard to make good training days out of them. We'll see how today's philosophy works out in the end. Can't figure it out. Haven't seen anybody on the trail today. Nature's been doing all the entertaining. A little snow, a little sleet. Nobody's out here to enjoy it but me. Oh well. Heading north. So I was thinking the trail didn't go above 4,000 today. I was wrong. Got up to about 4,100, starting to go down a little bit now. I think there's another up ahead and the trail splits. I'm not sure whether I go up or I go down from here. I'll figure that out in a minute. But more snow, up a little bit higher. Has not been a problem as far as hiking goes. Moreland Gap Shelter, complete with snow-covered picnic table, not undercover. Floor's not perfectly level, but looks okay. Fire pit, etc. Not going to spend much time here. 6.4 miles to go to Dennis Cove Road, and then another. I shouldn't be taking the time to do this, but it's the best view I've had of the day. You can see down into the valley. I was wrong. I hadn't reached my high point of the day. I'm back up over. I'm at about 4,200. It's cold. That's south. This way is north. I don't know if I make the hostel tonight or not. We'll see. Cold, a bit slippery. Headed north. 3.8 to go. It's about 3:30. I got to go up and over that. I think that's my last real up. There's a dirt road here. Not a viable pickup point though. I think I've passed my last viable pickup point. But 3.8, 3:30, should be able to do that. My wrap up for day 50 just happens to be the 13th of March, by the way, if you're trying to correlate some of these together. My best day of hiking by far yet, for a couple of reasons. Not just because I did 14.3 miles, which is distance-wise my best day, but previously my best 2 days had been 13s, and both of those had been really relatively easy days. They were early, they were morning ups, done with the up by around noon kind of thing, and then pretty cruisy afternoon downs where I was really able to put some miles on. That was not the case for today. It was up and down all day. No 3 hour, 1,500 foot ups. But more the, up for a while, down for a while, up for a while, down for a while. Some of the ups were pretty steep and some of the downs were pretty steep. There was a little bit of rock scrambling involved. The trail was wet all day. It had rain, snow. Rain was a very short period of time, and that was freezing rain. Had ice forming on the umbrella and whatnot. But so we had rain, snow, and sleet. There were parts of the trail that were over 4,000 feet where the trail was covered in snow. And there was a lot of mud and a lot of slippery, and in the 14 miles there was maybe a mile or two of nice cruisy trail at most, and of course even that was wet and soft because of the weather. So very, very pleased with today. I believe it probably represents closer to some of the days I'm going to see in the future. There are, people say, oh, I'll say Virginia, but this state is easier or that state is easier. And they say that partly because that state may not have the big high mountains, or it may not have the 1,500, 2,000 foot ascents nonstop. But it's still a constant up and down, because that's what the AT is. There's a lot of ups and a lot of downs and not a lot of flat. So I think this is more representative of some of what I'll see in the future, to be honest. Now, I've still got some big climbs and some big mountains ahead, but on some days I won't have that, and it'll be more like it was today. I came down to the side of the road, to Dennis Cove Road, in the sleet. I was standing there with my trekking poles up against the fence, and I was getting out my book and my guide and all that to do my daily wrap-up over there. And the van from the hostel came along. It was full, but they stopped and made room for me and my pack to cram in there and brought me up here. It's only 4/10, but everybody knows at the end of the day 4/10 seems a bit longer than 4/10. Yeah, so very, very pleased. It was a great day. Happy with the day, and I was fully prepared to be hiking up the road, coming in here at 7:30 with my headlamp. And in reality, I finished up. I was down there at the road by 6:15. So I was, again, very pleased. And that was because the afternoon, went a little better than I expected it to. I did have a good fall. Climbing down this, what for me was a kind of a challenging rock pile, very carefully, one step at another, carefully placing my trekking poles, etc., etc. I got to the bottom, and I step off and down onto the leaves, and I might as well have been stepping on ice. The foot went right out from under me, and up and over I went. It was like, oh, geez, big thump. I am absolutely positive I did no permanent damage to the Appalachian Trail. The trail was undamaged by my fall. I might have got a couple bruises out of it, and we'll see how that lasts. But the trail was fine. I'm having a wonderful day. I hope you are too. In the mountains of Tennessee. Take care.